This is Delhi. Please stay tuned for our next announcement. This is All India Radio. We now bring you National Sports Magazine.
Good evening and welcome to the November issue of National Sports Magazine. I'm your host Nitish, and today we have a lot to offer, including a report on T20 World Cup, a radio report on the National Aquatics Championship coming from Bengaluru, a report on India's participation in Denmark and French Open Badminton Championship, a report on India's performance in the World Men's Boxing Championship, and on the hockey front we bring you a report on the 38th Surjit Hockey Tournament from Jalandhar and a very special report on ISSF Junior Shooting Championship held at Peru. We also have a report on the 3rd National Javelin Championship held at Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, Delhi. Stay tuned in for a lot of sporting action. We start today's program with Rajshri as she brings out the details on Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna and Arjun Awards. Over to Rajshri.
An unprecedented 11 sportspersons have been recommended for this year's rechristened Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna by the National Sports Awards Selection Committee. This is the first time so many names have been recommended for a single edition of the award ceremony. Last year, the government had honoured a total of 74 sportspersons. The awardees included 5 in the Khel Ratna category and 27 for Arjun. This year, a total of 72 names have been recommended for the awards. Arjun Awards 35, Dhyan Chand and Dronacharya Regular and Dronacharya Lifetime Awards. Among those who have been recommended for the Khel Ratna, India's highest sporting honour include Tokyo Olympics gold medalist javelin thrower Neeraj Chopra, Ravi Dahiya wrestling, P.R. Srijesh hockey, Lavlina Borgohain boxing, Sunil Shetty football, Mithali Raj cricket, Pramod Bhagat para badminton, Sumit Antal para javelin, Avni Lekhara para-shooting, Krishna Nagar para-badminton and Manish Narwal para-shooting. Arjun Awards for Arpinder Singh triple jump, Simranjeet Kaur boxing, Shikhar Dhawan cricket, Bhavani Devi fencing, Monica hockey, Vandana Kataria hockey, Sandeep Narwal kabaddi, Himani Uttam Parb Malkhamb, Abhishek Verma shooting, Ankita Raina tennis, Deepak Punya wrestling. Entire men's hockey team who won bronze medal in 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games, Yogesh Kathunia, Nishad Kumar and Praveen Kumar for para-athletics, Subhash Yathiraj para-badminton, Singhraj Adhana para-shooting, Bhavina Patel para-table tennis, Harvinder Singh para-archery and Sharat Kumar para-athletics. Dhyan Chand Award for O.P. Jaisha athletics, Divya Singh basketball, Casey Lekha boxing, Abhijit Kunte chess, Davinder Singh Garcha hockey, Vikas Kumar kabaddi, Neer Bahadur Gurung para sports athletics, P.S. Abdul Rasaf volleyball and Sajan Singh wrestling. Dronacharya regular awards for Jay Prakash Nautiyal parachuting, Mahavir Prasad Saini para athletics, Preetam Sivach hockey, Radha Krishnan Nair athletics, Sandeep Sangwan hockey, Sandhya Gurung for boxing, Sujit Man wrestling and Subramanyam Raman table tennis. Dronacharya Lifetime Awards for Ashan Kumar kabaddi, Bhaskar Chandra Bhatt for hockey, C.R. Kumar hockey, Jagru Prathi wrestling, S. Murlidharan badminton, Sarkar Talwar cricket, Sarpal Singh hockey, Tapan Kumar Panigrahi swimming and T.P. Osif athletics.
Thank you, Rajshri. Just to add one more name to the list of Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna awardees this year is Indian men's hockey team captain Manpreet Singh, taking the total number of this year's winners to an unparalleled 12, with the ceremony scheduled for November 13 at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. A lot of action is happening on the sports arena and India is doing just fabulous. Past 2 years, the corona had a shadow on every sporting event, but after the corona, the events are taking place all over the globe and lots is happening inside India as well. We begin with a report on ISSF World Junior Shooting Championship. Shooting is one sport that caught the attention of the nation ever since shooters like Jaspal Rana, Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathod and Abhinav Bindra sprang up on the national and international sports arena with medals at Asian, Commonwealth and Olympic Games. All eyes were on the Indian shooting contingent at the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games, but the performance never matched the expectations. Has that deterred our young shooters? Not at all. We spoke to a young shooter, Shaurya Saini, who shone very brightly at the recently concluded ISSF Junior World Championship, where India finished at the top with 43 medals, including 17 golds. So Shaurya, welcome to NSM.
The silver medal representing India goes to Shaurya Saini.
Silver in 50-meter free pistol. How is the feeling?
I'm on top of the world, so it was a surreal experience. It was my international debut, and to pack a medal was an amazing feeling. And a lot of us came back with a medal, so there was a sense of togetherness in the team. It was a great world championship for India as a whole.
Not in very many competitions wherein the top teams of the world compete and India finishes at the top. So congratulations to the entire team and to you also. And you won silver in 50-meter free pistol.
Yes, sir.
Who won the gold in that?
So Indians packed 1, 2 and 3. So Arjun from Punjab, he won the gold, and Nikhil from Maharashtra. So the 10-meter events we dominated, then came the 25-meter and shotgun events. There we packed medals as well, and then throughout, sir, almost every day we got a gold, silver or a bronze. So, and then that final day we got all the medals, sir.
Many congratulations to you, and we have another champion with us in the studios, and her name is Namiya Kapoor. She is only in 9th standard and has won a gold medal at an international competition. Namiya, welcome to the studios. Tell us about the event. Tell us about the competition.
It was good. It was a great experience, and I learned a lot of things from that competition. It was good.
You won the gold medal in 25 meters sports pistol.
Yes.
And who were your competitors?
There were 8 finalists. The silver medalist of France, and bronze was in India, and gold also India.
And you won medals in some other competitions also, apart from this?
Yes, we had a medal in sports pistol team, in which Manu Bhakar was there, Rhythm Sangwan and me. It was a team competition, and in standard pistol also, a bronze medal.
So you got 3 medals?
Yes, 2
gold
golds and 1 bronze.
And 1 bronze.
Yes.
And how old are you? Should I say old?
I'm 14 years old.
You're just 14-year-old. So tell us about that particular event wherein you competed with Manu Bhakar.
She's a very experienced player. She's an Olympian youth medalist. She's a great player, so no comparison. It was my first experience. I had a great time. We represented India, and then we bagged gold. It was a great experience. I was scared a bit because it was my first international. I didn't experience anything like that before, and a lot of things was happening on Google. I was seeing Namiya everywhere. I was like, what is happening? I can't digest it. So I was calling my coach and my parents, what is happening? He said, relax, nothing happened. You just banged a goal. It will happen like that.
Congratulations. Thank you so very much to be part of this program. Thank you.
Thank you.
How young the young champions could be. That was a demonstration by India at the recently concluded ISSF Junior World Championship, where India finished at the top with 43 medals, including 17 golds. And the world is actually looking at India and Indian shooters. From here, we move on to the badminton court. We have with us Vivek presenting this report on the Denmark and French Open Championship.
Time for some badminton news, as we will be talking about Denmark Open and French Open Badminton Championship. Returning after a long break, double Olympic medalist PV Sindhu saw off Turkey's Neslihan Yigit in straight games to join the compatriots Kidambi Shrikant and Saurabh Verma in the second round of the Denmark Open. Sindhu, the reigning world champion, took 30 minutes to get across Yigit, who's ranked 29th in the world, with a score of 21-12, 21-10 in her women's singles opener of the BWF World Tour Super 1000 tournament. Unfortunately, PV Sindhu's run did not last long, as she lost the match in the very next round to An Se-young of Korea. She lost the match in straight games, and the score read 11-21, 12-21 in just 36 minutes. So PV Sindhu's start after the Olympic wasn't a great one. And as far as the other Indian shuttlers are concerned, the other Indian shuttlers too struggled, despite the fact that they all made a winning start. So that's all we have for you from the Denmark Open, and now it is time to shift focus to French Open. India's double Olympic medalist PV Sindhu failed to reach the women's singles summit clash after going down fighting to Japan's Sayaka Takahashi in 3 games at the French Open badminton tournament. The 26-year-old from Hyderabad squandered a one-game advantage to lose 21-18, 16-21, 12-21 against world number 15 Takahashi. Sindhu beat Thailand's Busanan 21-14, 21-14 in the quarter-final, but unfortunately in the semi-final she suffered a loss. Young Lakshya Sen's fine run ended in the men's singles quarter-final after he lost 17-21, 15-21 to Korea's Hugh Kwangi in 43 minutes. In the men's doubles, fifth-seeded Indian pair of Satvik Sairaj Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty beat M.R. Arjun and Dhruv Kapila 15-21, 21-10, 21-19 in an all-Indian clash to reach the quarter-final. The duo lost to fourth-seeded Malaysian of Aaron Shia and So Wee Yik 18-21, 21-18, 21-7 in a bout which lasted for 1 hour and 1 minute.
Thank you, Vivek. There were lots of ripples in the swimming pool as National Aquatics Championship was staged in Bengaluru. Here is a report from AIR Bengaluru.
The 74th National Aquatic Championship 2021 were held from 26th to 29th October 2021 at 3 different venues at Bangalore. The championships were conducted in swimming, diving and water polo for men and women. Swimming events were conducted at Basavannagudi Aquatic Centre, diving at Kensington Swimming Pool and water polo events at Netkalappa Aquatic Centre. This national level event was organized after more than a year-long COVID-induced hiatus and swimmers returned to the pool to compete for top honours. Two-time Olympian and India's proud Sajan Prakash, after winning his 50 meters freestyle gold, recollected his memories with the Basavannagudi Aquatic Centre and briefed his plans for the future.
This is the first time I'm racing in Basavannagudi Aquatic Centre in the senior national in the open category. Here I trained here for 6 years from 2011 to 2016. It's a proud moment that I came and win gold in my first event here. 50 meter butterfly is the first time I'm swimming in the nationals, so my best time I swam here. I'm pretty satisfied with that, and I've not trained so much for nationals after the Olympics. Only 3 weeks of training and I came here, so I'm pretty satisfied with my timing. We just finished this Olympics and next will be the target of Asian Commonwealth Games and World Championship the next year lined up. Very busy schedule, and after that we will see 2023 they will release qualifying standards for the Olympics. Hopefully it will be the same time or a little faster than that for the qualification. Hopefully to do our best. Thank you very much.
After setting new records, Delhi's Kushagra Rawat said though he is not happy with the performance, he is quite satisfied with his timings.
Any win is amazing. I feel amazing after the win and also a new meet record, but I was aiming for a much lesser timing, but yes, I got the goal. I knew I could have pushed more, I could have gone much faster than this, but I'm not happy, I'm satisfied with it because yesterday was a pretty tough day for me. I had 2 back-to-back races and it was really tough, and I swam fast yesterday, so I was a little tired this morning. So yeah, I'm satisfied with this gold medal. Yeah, so I broke my own record by a second, I think. Previously it was 809 something, and today I clocked 808.32. But I was aiming for sub 8, but it didn't come. I felt a little tired, but I had some energy left in me, feel that. So basically my main events are 400 meter freestyle and 800. So yes, I'm not a pure sprinter, not a pure distance swimmer. I'm kind of in the middle of this. So I'm a mid-distance swimmer, and yes, 400 and 800 are my main events. I'm aiming to qualify in both of them for the Paris Olympics and aiming for the medal in the Asian Games. Thank you so much.
Delhi's Prachi Tokas won gold in 1500 meters freestyle, breaking her own record.
This was my second medal in this meet. It was really amazing. Yesterday I actually didn't go my best. I had 400 yesterday and I came third in it. Today I'm really happy because I broke 13 seconds. My personal best was 18 minutes before, and today I did 17:47. Of course everyone's aim is for the Olympic medal. I also hope so. I go for Olympics one day. Currently I'm trying to break my personal records and maybe aim for the Asians. Thank you very much, ma'am.
The National Aquatic Championship, which is the first major swimming event after the COVID-19 pandemic, will serve as a selection trial for the Swimming Federation of India to name a 10-member team which will train and compete with the South African national swimming team in January 2022. The Swimming Federation of India will identify swimmers for a long-term national program aimed at preparing them for the 2024 Paris Olympics. With N.K. Shivakumar, this is Asha reporting for National Sports Magazine from All India Radio, Bengaluru.
Our pugilists are creating a history of sorts as our boxers are knocking their opponents out. Here is a report by Vivek.
Indian boxer Akash Kumar's sensational run at the 2021 IBA Men's World Boxing Championship ended with a bronze medal after he suffered a heartbreaking loss in the semi-final in Belgrade in Serbia. Akash endured 5-0 loss against Kazakhstan's Mahmoud Sabir Khan in the 54 kg weight category. It was India's 7th medal at the world's one of the biggest boxing events, as Akash joined the elite list of boxers that includes Amit Panghal's silver in 2019, Vijender Singh's bronze in 2009, Vikas Krishan bronze in 2011, Shiva Thapa's bronze in 2015, Gaurav Bhiduri's bronze in 2017 and Manish Kaushik's bronze in 2019 for the country at the Men's World Championships in the past. While Akash made his way into the last four stage, four other Indian boxers, Sanjeet, Narinder Berwal, Shiva Thapa and Nishant Dev ended their campaigns after suffering losses in their respective quarterfinals bout. The seasoned boxer Shiva Thapa went down to Turkey's Kerem Oezmen by unanimous margin in the 63.5 kg weight category. It was yet another quarterfinal heartbreak in the reigning Asian champion Sanjeet. The Indian conceded 0-5 loss against Italy's Aziz Abbas after suffering a biceps injury in the first round during the 92 kg weight category contest. In the last edition of the championships in 2019 as well, Sanjeet had exited in the quarterfinal stage. Narinder and Nishant also lost their respective bouts to Azerbaijan's Muhammad Abdullayev and Russia's Vadim Muasev respectively in the quarterfinals. With this loss, India's challenge came to an end at the 21st edition of the tournament, which witnessed participation of 650 top boxers from more than 100 countries from across the world.
We now move on to the hockey field. Here is a report from AR Jalandhar on the 38th Surjit Memorial Hockey Tournament.
Final match of 38th Surjit Hockey Tournament was played at Army AstroTurf Hockey Ground, Katoch Stadium of Jalandhar on 31st of October. Chief Minister of Punjab Shri Charanjit Singh Channi was the chief guest. Punjab Cabinet Minister Shri Pargat Singh and Member of Parliament Shri Santokh Singh Chaudhary were also present. Members of Indian hockey team who won bronze medal in Tokyo Olympics were also honoured on the occasion. The final match was played between teams of Punjab and Sindh Bank and Railway Sports Promotion Board. Both the teams have been a part of the tournament for a long time and they have played final matches multiple times earlier also. In this final, Railway beat Punjab and Sindh Bank by 2 goals. Ajmer Singh of Railway scored the first goal, converting a penalty corner. However, the lead was immediately equalled by the Punjab and Sindh Bank when Maninder Singh scored first goal of his team just before the completion of the second quarter. When Pradeep Singh from Railway side converted another penalty corner into a goal, the team took a lead which was maintained till the end of the match. Rather, one more goal was added by the Railway in the second half. In total, Railway scored 3 goals while Punjab and Sindh Bank could score only 1 goal. Organizer of the tournament, Gurinder Singh, told the All India Radio about Surjit Hockey Tournament.
12 top-level teams participated in Surjit Hockey Tournament. This final match was played between Punjab and Sindh Bank and Indian Railways. Indian Railways won the match with 3-1. New AstroTurf had been placed in the ground. We got huge cooperation from the army. The crowd we were expecting was successfully gathered in the ground. Honorable Chief Minister came and the function remained successful. COVID is on very low now, so people gathered in the ground in a large number. Everything seemed to be appropriate. We have 200 players in our academy. They all gathered in the ground. All sports teams of the army were also there. We gave a cash prize of rupees 5 lakh to the winning team and a cash prize of rupees 2 lakh to the runners-up. The best player of the tournament also got a cash prize of rupees 51,000.
The environment in the tournament reflected the enthusiasm of Olympics medal when Indian hockey team members made their presence on the ground. Hockey lovers present in the stadium were mesmerized when Chief Minister of Punjab Shri Charanjit Singh Channi donned the role of goalkeeper and defended the shots made by Punjab Cabinet Minister and former Olympian Pargat Singh. Shri Pargat Singh played 5 shots, out of which the Chief Minister defended 3.
Very good. भाई तालियां तो मार दो सीएम साहब देखो तुम्हारे सामने किवें डिफेंस करते हुए
Radio report by Muhammad Imtiaz from All India Radio Jalandhar.
The third National Javelin Championship was held at Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, Delhi, and I was there to cover it for the National Sports Magazine. The Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium was abuzz with activity.
I am Sunny Joshua. I was a national athlete and now I am president of Delhi Athletic Association and I am with the Athletic Federation also.
So congratulations for this third National Open Javelin tournament. Tell us something about the participation. What kind of participation and what are the various categories that are there in this?
For this I must thank Planning Committee Chairman Mr. Lalit Manot for giving us 2-3 competition to Delhi State Athletic Association, and this is very encouraging. We got 110 entries in this in 8 age group, that is men under 20, under 18 and under 16 boys and girls. And there was a qualifying standard also we have kept so that athlete can participate in that from all over India. And plenty of athletes have come from all over India.
Javelin is like a hot cake now. Since Neeraj Chopra has brought us the gold medal in track and field first time in the Olympics. Do you think that there is a definite flip for this particular event in youngsters?
Yeah, it is. Because if you see, the standard is Javelin standard, Indian Javelin standard is going higher and higher. Because his record is 88 meters and he did 86 in Olympics. And there are second, third, even fourth, fifth, sixth people who are doing nearly 80 meters. So there is very, very good chance of standard going up in Javelin.
This is the third year in running for this particular kind of a tournament. Do you find greater participation than the previous two?
Yeah, it is. Now, last time it was in Lucknow, I think, about 80, 90, but now here is 110. And definitely we'll see very good performance here.
And this despite Corona happening around. I can understand for the seniors you must have secured RT-PCR tests and all. What about the junior categories? Are they also vaccinated? What kind of precautions that you have taken for the participation of the players?
Well, that we have already written in the entries for the Athletic Federation forms and all that they have to bring their thing. Complete doctor report and everything. So without that, they won't get entry to participate in that.
So for the upcoming athletes and javelin throwers in particular, what message do you want to give on All India Radio to all those people who are listening to it, all those players waiting in the wings?
Well, this is very good thing that Athletic Federation is doing, that at least there should be 2-3 competitions for javelin. Earlier there was very few competitions and person, unless and until they go for competitions, they cannot improve their style, they cannot improve their distance, they cannot improve. After doing all this, participating in this kind of competitions, athlete will definitely improve. I personally feel it's very important.
Talking about the results, Kishore Kumar Jaina from Odisha came up with the 3 best throws to dominate the men's final in the third National Open Javelin Throw Championship at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium. The 26-year-old won his maiden title at the national level with a 74.26 meters effort on his second attempt, with Harish Kumar from Rajasthan and seasoned Vipin Kasana from Delhi taking silver and bronze. Uma Chaudhary from Rajasthan, who was second in the National Under-23 Championship here last month, claimed her maiden national level gold medal with a best throw of 46.41 meters on her final attempt in the women's competition. Her opening throw of 45.30 meter was good enough to secure the title. None of the other competitors crossed the 45 meter on a rain-swept afternoon. Haryana's Deepika improved on her own girls under 16 national record with an opening throw of 49.31 meters. Jaykumar from Uttar Pradesh with 70.72 meters in boys under 20. Sakshi Sharma from Uttar Pradesh with 46.29 meters in girls under 20. Narayan Singh from Uttar Pradesh with 68.89 meters in boys under 18. Komal in under 18s girls with 44.70 meters. Mangal Singh in under 16 for boys, he is from Uttar Pradesh with 71.37 meters. And Deepika from Haryana in girls under 16 with a throw of 14.931 meters. And finally, we wrap up today's program with the T20 Cricket World Cup. I'm joined by Munish Jolly. Munish is in the thick of the things. He's doing commentary, he's doing shows, and he knows where this World Cup is going. How do you wrap up this World Cup?
I think this World Cup has been delivering a lot of elements of surprises. Nobody knew that the teams who are going to win the toss will start winning the games. But that trend is also breaking, especially when you see a team that is in the reckoning, which is England, winning the game, defending their total. India also batting first and posting a total which is, of course, still now the highest total in this T20 World Cup in the United Arab Emirates. So this World Cup has brought in a lot of elements of surprises. And when I say that, nobody knew that the flat tracks in Dubai, which we saw in IPL, it has also been the home ground for Pakistan, for the Afghanistan team for that matter also for some time. But then we always knew that we are playing in conditions where the pitch will be flat, the outfield will be very fast. But the moment the dew factor comes in, now moving into the month of November, the dew factor will play a bigger role. But by now, since these are world-class teams, they have a professional setup, their thoughts, their plannings are, matching the best teams in the world. We'll see now the change coming in. Because sooner or later, the teams have realized that we got to win games. If we lose the toss, we need to win those games and we need to plan it accordingly. Now, the first 6 over, the power play that we saw become so beneficial for the teams who are batting first to pose a big total, that strategy will now change. Why? Because the power plays, the teams would not want to lose the wickets during those 6 overs. And they like to save the wickets so that in the last 6 overs, they convert those 6 overs even if more than, 2 fielders are allowed outside the 30-yard circle. They will convert that into power plays. So in the last 6 overs, if you manage to get somewhere around 70 to 80 runs, you land up creating a score which will then make the opponent think that this is a chasing time. And the bowlers are becoming very clever. The formation of the teams are also now they're planning in a way so that if they get to field later, their bowlers should be well equipped. They need some bowlers who can come in, who fancy bowling with the wet ball. Lot of things coming in.
What about India? We started on a very bad note. So where do we go from here?
See, I won't say that the first 2 games that India played were, on a poor performance. I am a firm believer that a team can have a bad day. Let me just take you away from cricket. 1990 Football World Cup, Argentina. They were world champions in 1986 and they land up in Italy and they lose their first game. And they do not lose any game after that until they play the finals against West Germany. So big teams are known to create that environment that they know how to remain in uncomfortable positions. I mean, as a fan, you would always want India to remain in a comfortable position, beat Pakistan by a heavy margin. If we lose to Pakistan, it's like, the game is over for us. But look what happened after that. We are a bigger team professionally by thought processes also. That's the reason that the Indian captain actually shook hands with the Pakistani players when they won. Now, talking about India, the situation is such that Pakistan have won all the games till now. New Zealand lost to Pakistan, but they've got easy teams ahead. Now, a lot of people are saying that if New Zealand is beaten by Afghanistan, India have a chance. My point is, look at the Indian team, how they've responded back. They lost 2 games, but the 3rd game, Afghanistan is a good team. They've got quality spinners. When I say that, if you see the top 10 best bowlers of ICC rankings in T20, Afghanistan have got 2 bowlers. So it's a quality team. And I think whether we qualify for the semi-finals or no, but India are on a comeback.
They are on a comeback. Right now, when this program is going on here, I think our match with Scotland must have been over by this time. We recorded the program early, taking into point that India defeats Scotland. Where do we go from here?
I think the 8th of November 2021 is going to be a crucial day for India. and for New Zealand too. New Zealand have to win that game, and if New Zealand win that game, India have a chance, no matter what the net run rate is, whatever they require. And it's a weak game as far as the other opponents are concerned. Namibia, an associate team. I think 8th of November, 7:30 p.m. will give you the right figure where India stand.
We should never be predicting any winners, but whom do you see lifting the World Cup this time around?
England, without any doubts.
Thank you so much, Manish.
It's a pleasure.
With this, we come to the end of November's National Sports Magazine. National Sports Magazine is aired on the first Friday of every month. This is Nitish Arora signing off from the National Sports Magazine. Stay tuned for more action in the next episode.
You were listening to the National Sports Magazine, produced by Nitish Arora. This program was aired from the Delhi station of All India Radio. Please stand by for our next broadcast.